My name is Hura. I'm a henna artist, and my business is Henna by Hura, and I'm doing a nice design too. So,
My name is Sapna, and I'm here to talk to Hura as she's doing the henna on Sue, and we're just going to have a chat about the significance of henna and here basically to learn a bit more about why henna is used by various people. Just as you are doing that, can I ask you what actually is henna?
henna is a plant, and it's they just dry the leaves and make into a powder.
That's great. And when you use it to put the drawing on people's hands, how does the leaves of the henna turn into the paste that you require?
Yeah, we mix it with water and some oil, and make into a paste, and then fill it in the cone, mehndi cone.
Great. What is the significance of henna?
Henna is used for the weddings and is traditionally for the all occasion, and mostly for weddings, festivals.
So basically it has a cultural significance?
Yes.
Yes, that's great. And traditionally, who are the people that have henna applied on their hands?
Well, for like a bride,
Yes.
she does it, and then bridesmaids and everyone, they do it.
So it's a ceremony that is prior to the wedding?
Yeah, it's for the wedding, for the festival, for any traditional occasion, they do it, and it's like a cooling thing.
That's great. And so when people apply the henna, it, as you said, has a cooling effect on the hands, but it also makes people relaxed before the wedding. It's a fun event. Is that right?
Yeah,
Right.
that's the thing. The bride, she has to do 2 days before the wedding, so that she can enjoy, and the color goes darker by next 2 days. So we have to do it 2 days before the wedding.
Also, with the henna, or it's also called by different names in different countries. What is it called where you come from?
Yeah, like in India it calls mehndi, and like here it calls a henna.
Right, great. So it's the same thing, and the kind of designs that you apply on a person's hand, do they have a significance?
No, there's no significance, but like for the bride, sometimes she does bride and groom in the hand, the peacock design if she likes that one. Otherwise, there's no significant designs or anything like that.
So sometimes they do floral designs
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And it's the choice, is it, of the bride as to what she
Yeah,
wants?
the bride, she chooses whatever she wants. She wants a bride or groom, she wants an elephant or a peacock in a design.
And how long does this mehndi, which is what you call henna as well, how long does it last?
It lasts for 1 to 2 weeks, depends how you wash it.
Right. So it fades away after a couple of weeks of just by itself.
Yeah.
Because it's a natural dye.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do people think that it might become a permanent problem, so they worry about applying henna?
No, because this is all natural henna, because it's made from the plant. So it just only lasts for 1 to 2 weeks, and then it goes away.
Excellent. And how often do you get to apply henna in your daily life?
Like the bride, she has to do 2 days before, so I do it in a week, twice a week or 3 times a week.
Great. Yeah. So does it take a lot of time to learn how to do henna?
Like if you are good in drawing, you can pick up very quickly, and so it's not like you can do it, anyone can do it.
Okay. Any other things that you can tell us about henna?
Henna, like it's very calming and cooling thing. So even so you can feel how it is, yeah. And it's like all the brides, they love to do it before the wedding. So give them a happiness, and it's like a good luck for the bride to do it. It brings a good luck for them.
When you're doing henna for a bridal shower or a henna session, how many people can you do in a short period of time?
I do it very fast, so for me, like in an hour, I can do 10 to 12 people if it's a simple design.
Right, excellent. Yeah. So at the moment, you are doing a very intricate design, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Now, do children like to have it done as well?
Yeah, the kids, they love to do it.
And they are proud to show off their henna.
Yeah.
So do you have any particular questions that you might have about the henna process or the
Yes.
henna itself?
I was a bit unsure because I'd never had henna before, but I'm really enjoying it, and it really is quite calming and very cooling on this hot day.
Yeah, that's
And it's
beautiful.
beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Hura.
Now, how long does this take to dry?
It just takes 10 to 15 minutes to dry.
Right. And then in order for the color to become slightly darker,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Now, so today the color it will be orange, and then tomorrow it goes like reddish brown color. That's the henna color.
Yeah. Right.
I noticed, Hura, you have some henna on your wrist.
Yeah.
Are you practicing designs, or you'd
Whenever
like to
I
have
get times, I just keep on doing it.
some? You must really love it.
Yeah, I love it.
And do you make up the henna paste yourself? Maybe I've asked you this before. But
Yeah, I make my own paste. I just mix the powder at night, and then before coming, I just mix it and put it in the tube.
Right. So, is it safe for people to use?
Yeah, it's just very safe because I make my own henna and it's all natural, so there's no chemical in this henna.
Excellent. Sometimes I've noticed that they might sell henna in the shops where the henna powder might promise to make a darker color on the hands. Would that be a problem?
Yeah, there are some henna, there people they put dye in it just for the color to go darker, so that is not good for your skin.
Yeah.
And if henna isn't part of someone's cultural background, how can one have henna done? Like, how could I sort of have henna done again in the future?
Yeah, like see, I do it for the birthday parties and everyone. Yeah, so like if you want, you can go and contact the people, and
Yeah.
like for me, they contact me and I go and do it in their house or wherever the venue is.
Lovely.
So you can do it in a professional sense as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And that's good to know, so you can maybe let people know your contact number if they wish to invite you to do it for their parties.
And the smell is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a really relaxing scent.
Yeah, I put the eucalyptus oil in it.
Mm.
And the eucalyptus oil helps it to do what?
The color goes darker.
Color goes
Yeah.
darker. Plus it's like a
Cooling,
antiseptic
yeah,
as well
yeah.
and cooling
Yeah.
product. So that's really good to know. I'm learning something else as well from you, Hura, about the henna. I've had it done, but I've never asked all these questions before. So, Hura, would you also do it on both sides of the hands?
Yeah, you can do both the sides of the hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do brides have it done to a greater level than
Yeah, for the
The
bride, they
bridesmaids?
do both the side of the hands from here till both the side of the hands and the feet, and that takes 3 hours for them.
Wow.
But as Sue said, it's quite relaxing, so
it is.
it's not something that would be making people bored or anything
No,
like that, or
it's
restless.
really relaxing.
Yeah,
really
lovely.
relaxing.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. So beautiful.
But if basically someone who wanted only a little bit, they might be happy to have that much. Or, for a bride, of course, 3 hours. But the bridesmaids and all the guests, ladies who want to have it done, the professional artists really can't spend 3 hours with each person, so they just get a little bit done, but it still looks so beautiful. And it's the ceremony around it that's the fun, isn't it? People are singing and dancing and eating and having the henna done in turn. So it's a really festive occasion when it's a wedding, for a wedding. But you've also said you do it for things like festivals, like we have particular Indian festivals where these things are done quite prominently. And otherwise, it's just for fun. It's fun as well. So once Hura's done the last 2 fingers, then we can probably finish Sue's right hand.
To show off the finished product.
Yes. Now, Hura, what does Sue need to do from here on just to make sure that this doesn't all wash off in 5 minutes?
It just takes 10 to 15 minutes to dry. So be careful. And after when it's dry, you can just rub it off or you just leave it. The longer you keep it, the better the color will be.
Okay.
So it will wash off after when you go for a shower?
No, you don't have to wash it. You can after 1 hour or something. Otherwise, what happens when it's dry, it just peel off by itself.
Yes.
So that's why I have made a lemon and sugar syrup. So when it's dry, we just spray the lemon and sugar. So it stick and give more color.
Perfect.
Now the last thing, to give more thing, I just put some sparkle on it, so it looks beautiful.
Wow. That looks beautiful. The sparkle, will it stay on?
No.
No.
When it's dry, it will. But
That's
Wow.
just you
now,
looking absolutely gorgeous.
So glamorous as well.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Wow. Thank you, Hura.
Not a problem.
It's beautiful.
Okay, I've done an intricate design to Sue, but now I'm doing a very simple and fast design for Kelly. So here I go.
My name is Shanta and I'm from Seva International. Today we are here to share a very traditional creative art form. It's called Column in the south of India and it's called Rangoli in the north of India. We've chosen to share Column with everyone because traditional art forms are a great way to communicate harmony to the community, and we feel that sharing traditional art forms is a great way to bring communities together because we mutually appreciate each other's art. So today we have a column artist who's done some beautiful designs, and I'd like to pass it on to Aruna.
Hi, my name is Aruna Parthipan. I'm going to be showing you how to make these beautiful patterns that are called columns or rangolis. I moonlight as a column artist. I'm not a professional column artist. Traditionally, as Shanta was saying, it's not just a one-off in India. Even today, when you drive through the cities and villages in the south, every single day it's tradition to have elaborate patterns like this in the front. And the whole idea is, I think the intent was to get people to clean the front yard every day and do beautiful patterns that make it welcoming for people who come into the house. And it continues even today. In Australia, we do it on events, celebrations. We try to do it more regularly, but the gentle pace of life here makes it very difficult to do it. I thought I'd show you different patterns, different kinds of patterns as well. I've already done some. The rangolis involve color, but down south where we do it, it's made out of rice flour. There are many explanations as to why people do these rangolis, but one of the most used is it's used to feed animals and birds, worms and birds that can't, they don't have to go very far for food because it's made out of rice flour. And most of the materials used are natural. It's rice flour, and the colors, the red color is also made out of a powder of a stone. The pattern that I'm going to do now is called a Pulley Column. So we do symmetrical dots and connect them. So this pattern that I've chosen to do uses 15 dots.
It's all about geometry, isn't it, Aruna?
Yes, absolutely. Maths is a big part of it.
Yes.
So 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14 and 15. And these patterns can be as big or as small as you want. You know, in the cities, people have little apartments. But even in front of apartments, it's quite common to find these kind of patterns. The patterns are much smaller, but they still do it every single morning.
I remember as a child, when my mother used to do the column outside the house every morning, I used to sit just like this and watch her do it. And that's how I learned it. I'm sure you did the same way too.
Yeah, it was tradition. It was, I sang as well. So one of the traditions for me was go clean the front yard and practice your music. So while doing this, I had to practice my singing as well. But that's just me. And we learn it typically by watching people do it and watching patterns, watching designs. I don't think there are any formal classes. You just learn through absorption.
Yes, just sitting there and watching, and that was another way to bond with your
Parents,
mom, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was.
Yes, I remember that vividly.
And extended family as well. My grandmother was very good at doing it, and each of them had their own individual styles. So the patterns, the motifs that they all used was very, very different. And it was intriguing to watch how they all did it. Some would be much more geometric, some would be very free form, like your mandala art. So,
See, in the South, traditionally, my mother only did it with rice flour, and she never put any color other than the natural colors, like turmeric and the sandstone powder. But these days, they add a lot of color, isn't it?
they do. They do a lot of color, a lot of glitter. So it's become a little bit more Bollywood, even the traditional columns, I think. But they do look beautiful. They do look beautiful.
Yes, but I think, now that we are in Australia, I think it's beautiful that we're putting, using color,
Yeah.
because I feel that it's like blending in all the colors from the different, all the cultures from the different communities. To me, that color
It's
depicts cultures. So
It-
bringing all the different cultures together and coloring a beautiful design, I mean, what better way
Yeah.
to celebrate Harmony Day?
And I think that's how people see India as well, as a very vibrant, colorful country. So use of
Yes.
colors is. So as you can see, there's 15 dots and goes down to 1. That forms the basis of this one. And let's start doing this.
Oh, it looks very complicated, Aruna.
It can be complicated.
So you need to concentrate, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It's very therapeutic too, I think, doing this column.
It's very meditative because if you make one single mistake, that's it. That's the whole 15 dots. This whole process it has to be done all over again. So focus completely, totally on what you're doing.
And it only comes with practice.
It does. Yeah.
Yes. I've heard that traditionally in the month of December in Chennai, which is in the southernmost part of India, they celebrate a big festival where they have big columns drawn on the street
Yes.
and they connect them. I've
Yes.
never seen it. I've only seen it in pictures. But you come from there, so
Yeah.
you might be able to tell us a bit
Very,
more.
very, very colorful. It's very elaborate. So people just, it's like a big party, if you like. They bring all their paraphernalia to the roads. They make their own patterns. There are column competitions. So the best column wins. And there's a huge community feel to it. They do different patterns, different styles, different colors. And the whole road is filled with these beautiful patterns. And every day the patterns change as well.
So you do it inside the house too, don't you?
For special festivals. So we have a festival called Kartika, and it comes pretty close to Diwali, and it's the festival of lights as well. So for that festival, we do patterns inside the house, and we put lamps all over the house on these patterns.
Wow. But a Rangoli is a must for any festive occasion, right?
Festivals,
It's very
celebrations, festivals, celebrations, weddings, anything. Teruvil varano, teruvil varano, ennai satre thirumbi parano. Teruvil varano, ennai satre thirumbi parano. Teruvil varano. வாசல் முன்னிலானோ எனக்கொரு வாசகம் சொல்லானோ வாசல் முன்னிலானோ எனக்கொரு வாசகம் சொல்லானோ நேசமாய் புல்லேனோ கரை வைத்த ராசனி வெல்லேனோ நேசமாய் புல்லேனோ கரை வைத்த ராசனி வெல்லேனோ தேசிகனம் பல வானநடம் பூரி தேவாதி தேவன் சிதம்பரநாதன் தேசிகனம் பலவானநடம் பூரி தேவாதி தேவன் சிதம்பரநாதன் தெருவில் வாரானோ என்னை சற்றே திரும்பி பாரானோ நடராஜன் தெருவில் வாரானோ ஓ இருவிழியோட திரிபுரம் தனி உடன் நெறி செய்த நடனராஜ் தெருவில் வாரானோ தெருவில் வாரானோ என்னை சற்றே திரும்பி பாரானோ தெருவில் வாரானோ. And that's the song.
That's very beautiful, Aruna. What language was that?
So this song is in Tamil, and in this song, a young girl pines for her love who she hasn't seen for a long time. So she's dressed herself up beautifully. She's done these elaborate patterns, and she's saying, "When will he ever come? Will he come? Will he look at me? Will we be together again?" So that's the general gist of the song.
We need to keep it alive, Aruna.
I know.
Yes.
So
Now that we've left.
that's finished now.
Beautiful.
So if you see, it's like interlinking snakes with symmetric patterns on all sides. Thank you.
Namaste. And I think art is a great, don't you agree, Aruna? Art is a great, very powerful medium to communicate and to bring harmony into our communities.
It's a great way to bring people together. It's a great way to bring communities together. And it's a great way to keep peaceful as well. It takes away all negative thoughts, negative energy, and it just gives you something to focus on. It's very meditative as well, I think.
And we've got to thank Hornsby Council for
We
the
do.
opportunity.
Thank you for the
Otherwise-
patience.
Yes.
It can't be easy looking through
Yes.
for 15 or 20 minutes at this whole process, but thank you.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for the
much.
opportunity as well.
Namaste. Namaskar.